Welcome to the Get Fit Guy's quick and dirty tips to slim down and shape up. My name is Ben Greenfield, and I'm the Get Fit Guy. Now, for the past 4 years, I've been churning out quick and dirty tips to help you burn fat, build muscle, and enhance your athletic performance. You can find the full archive of all those episodes over at quickanddirtytips.com/getfitguy. I've also written more than 200 jam-packed newsletters full of cutting-edge fitness advice based on the latest scientific research, and that's also all available over at quickanddirtytips.com. But I realize that sometimes it can be hard to distill all this fitness information into a practical day of living that still allows you to work, have a social life, take care of a family, and enjoy other hobbies, all while supporting burning fat and building muscle. So, in this special episode, I'm going to walk you through a day in my life so that you can see how I practically incorporate the fitness tips that I've shared with you over the years into my own busy everyday life. And now let's jump into a day in the life of Get Fit Guy. So it all starts with waking up. And in the episode, How Sleep Makes You Fit, you learn the importance of sleep when it comes to appetite and weight control. I personally sleep an average of about 8 hours each night, and I make sure to prioritize my sleep by sleeping in a completely dark room, even going so far as to use earplugs and a sleep mask. Sometime between about 6 a.m. and 7 a.m., I wake up and embark upon my morning routine. Now, multiple studies have shown the importance of a daily morning routine in simplifying your life, reducing stress, and making you more productive the rest of the day. So I personally begin each day by measuring my heart rate and then quietly journaling with something called a 5-minute journal. Then I get out of bed and do about 10 minutes of yoga, followed by a nice fat-burning cold shower. Now, I don't do any hard workouts like weight training or cardio intervals in the morning. Instead, I save them for later in the day when I know that the human body's temperature, reaction time, and capability for cardiovascular and muscle intensity is optimal. Now, as I continue to go through my day, please know that I'm putting lots of helpful links over in the show notes so you can go read about things like cold showers and morning routines and some of the more detailed articles I've written about these. But in the meantime, let's move on to breakfast. After yoga and my cold shower, I have nearly the same thing for breakfast every morning, a spinach or kale smoothie with about half an avocado, 4 ounces of coconut milk, some cinnamon, sea salt, a handful of almonds and Brazil nuts, a chunk of dark chocolate, and a few tablespoons of whey protein powder. Studies have shown that it's important to eat the same general stable of foods when you're trying to burn fat or build muscle. So I'm fine with eating the same thing for breakfast every day. Finally, based on the concept of intermittent fasting being useful for longevity and fat loss, I usually wait to eat breakfast until about 9 or 10 a.m. And as far as supplements go, I typically take fish oil, creatine, and colostrum with breakfast. Now, next comes work. After breakfast and some family time with my wife and my twin boys, I work for a few hours until lunchtime. And usually I do that while sipping on tea, kombucha, or soda water. While working at my computer, I use a standing workstation, and because of that, I wear compression socks and take frequent breaks to do what I call greasing the groove, primarily with a pull-up bar hung in the door of my office and some jumping jacks thrown in here and there. For every 25 minutes I spend writing articles, working on books, recording podcasts, or talking to my clients on the phone or via email, I stop for 5 minutes to exercise, move, or simply go outside and get some fresh air. This is called the Pomodoro technique and is extremely useful for increasing productivity and keeping your body physically active all day long. At about 1 or 2 p.m., I eat lunch, which is typically also the same thing every day, a huge salad. I just take a pile of dark leafy greens and add lots of healthy fats like olive oil, fish, almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and avocado, and then season to taste with healthy anti-inflammatory herbs like turmeric, ginger, garlic, cayenne pepper, black pepper, and sea salt. And then it's back to more work, with the exception that if I've had less than 8 hours of sleep the night before, I go curl up in the bed and take a quick nap. Next comes exercise. Sometime between 4 and 6 p.m., I finish work, spend time with my family, and of course, do my exercise routine. Now, if I'm hungry, I do have a pre-workout snack. which lately has been a little bit of coconut milk mixed with some protein powder and a touch of dark chocolate. A typical workout for me consists of a warm-up on my bicycle with a few dynamic stretches thrown in, and then a full-body weight training routine mixed with cardio intervals, which is the best way to simultaneously build muscle and burn fat. And yes, I do have an article on that and many more routines that I'll put over at getfitguy.quickanddirtytips.com. For example, if I'm at my home gym, I'll put on a 40 to 50 pound weighted vest, which is actually a good fat burning, muscle building tool to have around. And then I'll do 10 push-ups, 10 dumbbell squats, 10 dumbbell overhead presses, 10 pull-ups, and finally finish with a cardiovascular burst of 25 medicine ball slams. Then I'll rest a minute and I'll repeat that for 4 to 5 rounds. And I always finish with some deep diaphragmatic breathing and a few yoga moves to unwind and de-stress. Now, in the evening, after my workout and another cold shower to cool down my core temperature and burn a little bit more fat, my body is very insulin sensitive and much more likely to take high amounts of calories, nutrients, and even carbohydrates to restore energy levels and to repair muscles. So I sit down with my family and have a large dinner packed with protein like organic beef or wild-caught fish, roasted vegetables, or another big salad, and the majority of my carbohydrates for the entire day from a natural, non-processed carbohydrate like white rice, quinoa, sweet potato, yam, beets, carrots, cauliflowers, etc. And yes, I have a moderately sized glass of red wine most nights with dinner. Finally, after a bit more family time and some guitar practice or an occasional game of tennis, I put the kids to bed, then hit the sack around 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. I make sure to avoid common sleep disruptors like heavy nighttime snacking, television, smartphones, and e-readers, and usually finish the day with a big focus on relaxation, lying in bed quietly with a little bit more journaling, a little bit of reading from a real paper book, and some snuggling with my wife. Remember, when it comes to your health and fitness, relaxation and de-stressing are just as important as exercise. And that's it. That's a day in the life of the Get Fit Guy, incorporating many of the things that I've taught you over the past few years as far as keeping your body in a constant state of fat burning and muscle building. Now, I realize that you may have questions about some of these things and comments, so consider this your open invitation. If there's anything you'd like me to address about this day in the life I just described, then leave your thoughts over at facebook.com/getfitguy. I should also tell you that every week I take photographs of all the meals I eat and write down all the workouts that I do, and I put them inside a membership website over at bengreenfieldfitness.com/inner-circle. And that's just $10 a month to go over there and get a chance to have access to a 24/7 Q&A forum with me and be able to see videos from me and my wife, and also, of course, see my workouts and my food. And until next time, I'm Ben Greenfield, the Get Fit Guy, asking you, what are you waiting for? Go get fit.